right, man. Let's talk about Rodney Harrison, man. Ex-Patriot, currently play on NBC. He said that if the Jets were smart, they would take. Oh, I'll be telling you about these nigga drivers, bro. Oh my god, they literally people can't drive, legitimately. But he basically said that he would take Hendon Hooker over drafted Shedeur Sanders and Camp Ward. And it's not to the point where he's saying that because he's not projecting per se. And I mean projecting or making projections on who would be better. He's talking about the here and now. And when you head coach in the NFL, it's about what have you done for me lately. I mean, and there's options out there. Derek Carr could get cut. I mean, Aaron Rodgers allegedly begged to come back to the Jets. I guess he refused to do the Pat McAfee show, to stop doing it. So yeah, that became an issue with him. So, but he no longer a Jet, and Aaron Glenn, he run a tight ship, and they say his style is similar to Dan Campbell, so he's not gonna let one of the prisoners run the asylum. All right, but yeah, I mean, so he basically said that he would take Hendon Hooker. He liked Hendon Hooker since college. I'm paraphrasing here, but Hendon Hooker has rehabbed a year, sat behind Jared Goff a year. He even coached by Ben Johnson, and he says he knows he's been coached the right way. He said he believes Hendon Hooker is a hidden gem in the National Football League, and that he liked him since college. So I mean, the first thing that's gonna come out of Lions fans' mouth is what? Well, they signed Teddy Bridgewater to be the backup, and they didn't trust him in a playoff game. Yeah, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. Well, in reality, he's a sophomore, but we know he rehabbed the first year, and he had a lot of experience and a lot of snaps. And they know Teddy Bridgewater's had a lot of snaps and had a lot of experience in the National Football League. So I kind of feel like that may be why. But the whole thing is, if Hendon Hooker was to leave and go to somewhere else and be a stud, because going with Ben Johnson is pretty much out the equation right now because he has Caleb Williams. It's going to be looked at as, Brad Holmes know how to evaluate a quarterback, but also he let one get away. So we don't know how the Lions feel about Hendon Hooker. Y'all can say, well, they had him in that, or they had Teddy Bridgewater hitting him in the playoff game. That's just lack of experience. So, but, if Aaron Glenn feels, and obviously Tanner Ingerstrain, I think it's the offensive coordinator over there, used to be with the Lions, do they put a play in? That's the question. Or if you're the Lions, you keep grooming this guy to take over for Jared Goff. We don't see what they see in practice, but then again, remember they were seeing great things from Antoine Green. And when it came to preseason, even though it was a snippet, we didn't see a goddamn thing from him, and he got injured and they cut him. Receiver they took a couple seasons ago out of North Carolina, so we don't know. We don't know. It'll be a great, I guess the Jets, you need a quarterback. You got to create it. Be creative. Because allegedly, Shedeur said, his Shedeur camp don't want him to go to the Jets. And you can't get mad about it because once you look at the Jets, it's been a quarterback graveyard. Even an all-time, four-time MVP Aaron Rodgers couldn't succeed over there. It's to the point where people, Sam Darnold couldn't succeed. Wasn't Geno Smith over there? And all those guys went those places and succeeded outside of that organization. But, it's interesting. If the Lions feel like they got something, I'll just keep grooming them. And when the time comes to pass the baton, let's say Jared Goff is the issue, they don't win the playoff this year. Then you gotta make a decision. You gotta make a tough decision. But obviously he's growing in value and he's growing in work in Hendon Hooker. So you can, take him and turn him into, more additional assets if you have to. But then the question is, who your backup gonna be? And another question is, if you let him go and he goes somewhere and be a star, you know what I'm saying, and Jared Goff don't win a Super Bowl, or you know, then, you know, there's going to be questions raising the alarm. And then you got to go out there and find another rookie quarterback. You know, and if you don't find another quarterback somewhere, not necessarily rookie, and Hendon Hooker excels wherever he may go, Jets, Saints, wherever it may be, then, you know, it's going to be looking at as another SOL blunder. So, yeah. So, it's going to be looked at as another blunder. But, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, people are high on Hendon Hooker. So, I mean, he had some moments in preseason where he looked damn good. Athletic, fast, big arm, and throw it down the field. But he has to learn what Jared Goff learned already, how to read these defenses and chop people up down the field. Not just go, you know, when he likes to throw it down the field. And that's the issue with the quarterbacks coming out this year. And Shedeur and Cam Ward, they just be so fixated on making a play down the field so much. You got to learn to take, you know, take what the defense gives you and check it down sometimes. You know, so Hendon Hooker, you know, in Tennessee, it was a lot of that. You know, him holding the ball, trying to throw the ball down the field and getting in trouble. So yeah, excuse me, it was a lot of that going on in Tennessee for him. So he was one of them guys, held the ball looking for the big play, you know, down the field. So, but yeah, it'd be a blunder if they got rid of him and he ended up being a damn good quarterback. But Rodney Harrison, you know, he's a hidden gem. So, and who will know more than the Lions? What they seeing? And he don't get a lot of snaps. You know, Goff ain't even old like that where he gotta, you know, fall back on practices and snaps. He's still in his prime, so it ain't like, okay, Goff take off today and we gonna let Hendon. It ain't a lot of snaps. It is not a lot of snaps. So, but yeah, man, I mean, gotta wait and see. Gotta wait and see. But honestly, if anybody knows, you know, what they have, it's the Lions. So, but like I said, sometimes you view dudes different. When you go to another offense, you know, and maybe they may highlight and do some things that really, you know, highlight what Hooker does best. So we gotta wait and see. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out the Trey Lines Talk playlist for more videos like this. Find me everywhere inside the link tree. Peace.